Marlene.
I'm sad.
Marlene.
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today. Am I right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick, I want to talk about why that scene is great. Why that dialogue between Tifa and Barrett is great, right? Well, the moral question is whether the actions that they are doing are right, because their end goal is to... So essentially, Shinra is taking out the life energy from the planet, right? And so our main characters are going around destroying Mako reactors. But every time they explode a Mako reactor, it affects the civilization around them, right? People get caught at explosions and rubble, and it's really bad, right? Now, Shinra, the bad company, right, or the antagonist of the story, right, in retaliation to having their macro reactors destroyed, they figured out where Avalanche is based. They found out it's Sector 7, and then they destroyed all of Sector 7, right? Now, so that's just plot points of what happened. Now, Tifa has always been reluctant about destroying the Mako reactors because she is on the side of we shouldn't be doing this because of the casualties along the way, right? Cloud is kind of just like going along for the ride, but Barrett definitely believes that the ends justify the means, right? Barrett is all for whoever has to pay or whoever gets sacrificed. We need to destroy these Mako reactors because if not, the life energy of the planet will get sucked out and everybody will die, right? So long story short, Barrett's all for sacrifice for ends justify the means. Tifa is no, the ends do not justify the means, right? In this moment, as Barrett is suffering super hard, right? Tifa comes in to say, we caused this. As in, Shinra did this in retaliation to us destroying their Mako reactors, right? And Barrett, so that's her philosophical argument coming back in this moment. Barrett, however, is saying, no matter what we did before, they pulled this trigger today, right? We've done like little explosions, but they destroyed all of Sector 7, this huge section, right? And Tifa, her hands are shaking, but she agrees with him. And you can see, because of the way her hands are shaking, she does not actually agree with him. She only says yeah to comfort him. Or at least that's my understanding of the scene, right? She still believes that they had a big role to play in the destruction of Sector 7, right? But in this moment, instead of fighting, of arguing her own philosophical belief, she decides to comfort Barrett, who is struggling so hard at this moment. And that is like, wow, you know? That's awesome. That's a cool moment. It's very indicative of what the characters are like. Because Tifa, in this moment, is willing to put aside what she genuinely believes in order to comfort her friend, right? Yeah, it's like, well, the moments like this are why we get invested in stories, right? There are so many stories that have a ton of fight scenes, right? And they might be really cool fight scenes, but you finish watching the movie and you completely forget about it, right? It is these philosophical arguments and these stakes in the stories, right? What the characters believe and what they do about those beliefs that get us invested in a story. And here it's very much intentional. The question is, do the ends justify the means? And the antagonists are, one could make the argument that the antagonists are doing what the protagonists are doing, just on a large... one could also make the argument that Shinra is doing the exact same thing as the protagonists, right? They're like, okay, well, these guys are destroying our Mako reactors. These Mako reactors are what allow this society to thrive, right? And we can't have them destroying it, so we're going to destroy all of Sector 7. And that, I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. I'm saying that now the philosophical question is there, and it allows you to think about it, right? And I do genuinely think, or my guess is that at some point that point will be brought up, which is that Shinra. It could be argued that Shinra is doing the exact same thing that the protagonists are doing on a larger scale, and that will have the protagonists question their own